Lamplight Audiobooks presents Shadows in Heaven by Nadine Dorries. Narrated by Avena, Wallace. Chapter 1, 1940. Tarabeg village on the west coast of Ireland. I don't want to be here. Seamus made me come. Michael Malone had sat as still as she could while having her Sunday best frock repaired by Ellen Carey in the tailor's shop. But she kept glancing over her shoulder and out of the window, tea slopping from cup into saucer, waiting to catch sight of her husband and son as they rode down from the farm up on Tarabeg Hill in the horse and cart. She'd fixed her eyes on Ellen's foot, expertly depressing the pedal on the Singer sewing machine until it became almost too much for her to bear and she had to speak out. "Oh, don't I know that," Ellen replied, as she grabbed the wheel of the machine, stopped the needle, took it back half a turn, flicked up the foot and removed the fabric. She snapped the thread with her teeth. "I've put a new hem on this frock. You can farm and cook, Nola, and you make the best butter in all Mayo, but you cannot sew, and that's for sure." She placed her hands in her lap and sighed. "Look, I know you don't want to be here. When was the last time a busy woman like you sat with me while I worked? Seamus has told me why, Nola. It has to be done. The lovebirds cannot meet anywhere else. That girl's father would take a gun to him, and her too, if he knew they were together." Nola blinked back the tears of self-pity that had sprung to her eyes. All thoughts appeared to be for young Sarah McGuffey from the fishermen's cottages, the girl Michael had fallen in love with. The daughter of Kevin McGuffey, a man who had already done well from the war, using his boat to smuggle goods around the coast to the north more often than he used it for fishing. A man famed for his bad temper, his love of money and drink, and someone most people avoided where possible. But what about me, his mother? Her voice faltered. Both women were fully aware that this could be the last time Nola ever saw her youngest son. She would have loved nothing more than to spend this, the last hour Michael had in Tarabeg before he left to fight in the war, in the farmhouse together. Checking his bag, counting his socks, feeding his belly, fussing. It was what she did best. But her husband, Seamus, had persuaded her otherwise not 2 hours since. She had been keeping herself busy enough, making oatcakes for Michael's journey to stop from thinking how empty the house would be once he left, how hollow her heart would feel. She'd been in the middle of stoking up the fire to warm Michael's coat as he took his final wash down in the scullery, when Seamus had unexpectedly walked into her kitchen and laid down.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?